I did not mean to click record yet. Whoops. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Tabitha. My sister is sitting out here with me, which makes me feel very awkward doing this. But anyway, I thought it would just be fun to do like a read-along thing on The Lord of the Flies, because I know this is like a very popular book that a lot of people read in school. But I was homeschooled, and I never read this in school. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. Good things, you know. So for people who have already read the book and who know everything that's going to happen, it might be a little bit entertaining for you to see my reactions. Let's get into it. My thoughts after reading chapter 1, because I've only read chapter 1 so far. I really don't like Ralph. I really kind of think he's a jerk. But I've heard a lot of people say they relate to Ralph, and I just think he's a little jerk. That's what I think of him so far. My favorite character right now is Piggy. Tiffany, stop. You have no right. How dare you? You're canceled. Anyway, but yes, I don't know what his real name is, but all the other boys call him Piggy. I really don't like how much he's bullied by the other boys. And I'm really concerned about his fate at the end of the book. I'm kind of concerned he's not going to make it. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse of me reading it. And then at the end of the video, my idea is that I'll kind of give the book a couple of days to sit and process and marinate so that I can like sit down and do like a final thoughts thing, if that makes sense. So I'm a little ways through chapter 2. I really like Piggy. He's the only decent character so far. I feel like Piggy, his personality is the type of child I would have been in the situation. The other boys are just way too childish. I feel like I was slightly disturbed from the very first chapter, but I'm also someone who cried earlier because my boyfriend killed an ant. So I'm sure this book is going to absolutely obliterate me. So I have a theory about Piggy. He's trying to follow the rules that they set in place, but the group of boys is so spastic with their rules, and Piggy is like desperately trying to gather them together and make a plan that will actually work, I feel like. And they're just running over him and abusing him, and I really don't like it. So either Piggy is going to die horrifically, and it's going to be very tragic, and I'm going to cry, or Piggy is going to turn into like a sadistic, crazy person. Either way, those are my theories right now. I should have known what I was getting myself into from the beginning, because I was disturbed at chapter 1. I'm even more disturbed at the end of chapter 2. And I'm thinking by the end of this book, I'm going to be entirely disturbed. Piggy is the only character that I like right now. All the others, jerks. And like I said, the way they're treating him, he's either going to turn into a psychopath and kill them all, or he is going to die. And I know that there is some sort of scene in this book somewhere about a pig's head on a stick. I really am upset about the implications that might have in regards to Piggy. Does that mean his head or what? I'm gonna go inside and take a shower now. Bye. Well, hello there. This is Sebastian. He's my car hamster. Say hi, Sebastian. And I'm gonna start reading. Ralph is turning into a more likable character, becoming a little bit more sensible. Jack, however, very, very concerning behavior from my boy Jack over here, okay? Why are you so obsessed with killing a pig? And there's something strange going on with Jack. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm noticing a slow and steady decline in everyone's mental health. Also slightly concerned about Simon. Maybe Simon is just more of an introvert, you know? He's just living his best life up in this secluded area of the forest. So I didn't make it all the way through chapter 4 because I have something else that I have to go to now. I've gotten to the part where they were almost rescued. But Jack, in his bloodthirsty state of mind, has ruined it for all of them. Ralph, he's like finally getting a solid head on his shoulders. He's listening to Piggy whether or not he wants to admit that he is. Yeah, I'm quite concerned about Jack. Quite. Anyway, I had best be off or I'm going to be late for my other thing I've got to go to. Bye! Okay, so I look really rough again today. On our porch, there's a bunch of wasps right now. I'm just gonna read here now. I'm gonna finish chapter 4. So, I have just finished chapter 5. And I really don't know if I can articulate anything much more intelligent than that right now. It's kind of just like processing in my brain. On we go to the next chapter because I'm really having a good time. What is this book? I'm about to start chapter 9. I don't like it. It's really weird. I'm very, very deeply disturbed. Simon is not okay. None of them are okay at this point. I have no clue how this story is going to end. I purposefully stayed away from any kind of description or review of this story just because I do not want to know how it's going to end. I don't like spoilers. I am going to make a prediction right now. They're not going to get saved. The end of the book is going to be all of them dying. They're all going to die. So we're yet again at another day. When I stopped reading yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I had a headache. I'm gonna keep reading now. I was so scared for Piggy. I really thought they were gonna kill him, but all they did was take his glasses. They haven't killed him yet. I'm very, very sad about Simon. I think I said in the beginning that I was worried about his well-being, and yeah. So I feel like I had more thoughts in the beginning before I started reading it, and now that I'm in the middle of it and almost done with it, it's like I know everything is gonna fall apart. I almost feel like it would be a bad thing to say, oh, I like this book. I like the meaning behind it. I've got 2 more chapters left. And at this point, I would put nothing past Jack. So I'm really scared that he's gonna crush them with a rock. And if he does, I quit. I quit reading this book. I'm not tolerating anyone being crushed by a rock, okay? That's disgusting. Especially if it's Piggy, because he can't see. I'm not enjoying this book anymore, but I can't stop reading it. Now Piggy can't see, and they have him walking on a cliff thing. If Piggy falls, I quit reading this book. And this author, this William Golding, sir, you are quite deranged, okay? I can't. Piggy has been my favorite character this whole time. If my favorite character dies in such a nasty and grotesque way, I'm suing. Calling up my lawyer right now. I really feel like I might throw up. In a way, I was expecting that, but I was also not expecting that. Final prediction is like it was before. Everyone's gonna die in the end. I'm still outside, even though the mosquitoes are probably gonna eat me alive here in a second. But anyway, I guess it's on theme, so. Okay, so I came inside. Judge me if you want, but this is not a book to be reading outside in the dark, okay? So I've allowed the book to marinate in my consciousness for about a week now. And I wrote something on my phone one day when it was on my mind, And I'm just going to read off of that because looking back and reflecting at the notes that I took, I think it is a really good summarization of what I took out of this story and got from this book. So I wrote, "This story really made me rethink the common phrase, faith in humanity. I don't see myself ever using that terminology ever again. How could you confidently put your faith in something so fragile? Humanity in its rawest form is weak, violent, unpredictable, and self-serving. When you think about it, in its rawest, realist form, humanity is no better than animalistic morality. This story was a very raw look at what humanity turns to when left to its own devices. This story was a very realistic look at what humanity turns to without God. If there is nothing higher, and no one higher, than us, we end up worshiping our own humanity. And if we worship our own humanity, we are each our own God, without a divine or moral connection to one another. We live our lives in servitude. All we have to decide is who we serve. We will either live our lives looking to eternity and fulfilling our purpose that we were created for, focusing on God and serving Him and fulfilling the purpose that He put us here for, or we will live our lives self-servingly, and at the end of our days, all we will have to look back on is our own humanity, and all we will have to look forward to is the end of our humanity." And that's all she wrote, folks. I think it's a really good summarization of what I got out of this story. Other people may get other things, but books are like that, stories are like that. They're kind of up for interpretation. That's what I got out of it. All in all, it was a very moving, thought-provoking story. If you're interested, I definitely say you should read it. Even if you're not assigned to read it in school, I think that it's just a really good book that everyone should read at least once in their life. I would recommend you read it. Thank you so much if you've watched this video. I think it would be really fun to make more of these just because I had a lot of fun making this video. I think next I would like to read The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, I think. I would love to read that because I've been told by numerous people I need to watch the show, and anyone who knows me knows that I would much rather read the book than watch the show. Anyway, that's all. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you next time, and bye!